think that's important for the company to evaluate which kind of cloud they want. If it's a private cloud, a public cloud, or a hybrid. Um, Choosing cloud computing orchestration tool is complex. It regards all the goals, the expectations, the technical background that the company holds. But CloudStack is quite an interesting option because it holds a lot of technologies that are out in the market for years, for decades actually, and we also support all kinds of hypervisors that are stable in server, VMware, KVM. So it is a solid option and holds a lot of technology that are aware for all the admins, the engineers, and the users. So that's quite interesting. So for these companies to choose, I would suggest to evaluate all the options, the expectations, and also the technical background that they have. A good thing of CloudStack as well is that we hold control of different hypervisors on the same data center. There are some options that are quite hard to combine many hypervisors on the same infrastructures. And also we support IPv6 address for guest networking, so that's quite interesting. And I would say that's a big differential. And of course, it's quite easy also to manage and deploy CloudStack. We work with a single, let's call it a single box that we deploy and provides it all. And other approaches sometimes need to deploy a lot of Docker containers and manage different components and plug them all in order to have a cloud orchestration platform. And CloudStack is just a simple box. We deploy it, it gets the UI, gets the API, everything working. The fact that the project is stable, and I think that also not just stable in terms of software, but as well as the community, the project, because anyone wants to adopt a technology that is such an important technology, and maybe in 1 year or 2 years the technology is dropped, the support, and there is no development. So the fact that the project is stable and each year we have a new development, new features, and so I think that the fact that there's a strong solution and also a strong community makes quite an interesting option. The first one that comes in my mind is cloud providers, because it's a perfect match between the infrastructure services that they provide and what CloudStack provides, which is pretty much the same. But there are also telecoms, they are adopting. We see government, institutions, and education as well. A lot of research and groups or universities adopting CloudStack because it can help processing loads of data. It's elastic computing. It's quite interesting to have such a platform as CloudStack. So they decided to deploy a cloud infrastructure, and then CloudStack suits better. Recently, we have the new UI as well. A lot of contribution came to to add, not only the stability of the project, but as well enhance the user experience. That's very important to have a project that works well, but is also very easy to use. Yeah, we are working a lot with high availability systems and Redfish and making sure that we are enhancing some. For today, we are working with IPMI to power on, power off posts and helping availability. We are working right now at Redfish, which is the new interface for talking with the hypervisors and the hypervisor, not the bare metal, the host. So that's something that we are investing a lot. IPv6 is something that we are always investing with the time, and it's important to keep. The UI, of course, is the first release with the UI that we have now for 15, but we are always having some room for improvements and keeping everything aligned. So we are going to drop the legacy UI in the next release. So also this is something that we are working hard. We are working recently. We have some development going on, so we are providing support soon. I think that it's a matter of time of having actually it's already deployed and working on, but we need to advertise and show around how it works, because it's something that a lot of companies are looking for, and we have been missing for a while, but now we have stable and running. I think that CloudStack is a great as a Elastic option, as well as Docker and Kubernetes. So a lot of companies that are not enterprise, they could benefit with faster deployment of their applications and also development of their applications by adopting CloudStack. So regardless of the size of the company, it's quite interesting. And Kubernetes brings all these ideas of being agile and developing new features, new developments, and putting in production really quickly. So that can help many kind of companies, many size of companies as well.